Am I actually? Is it? I did it! Okay, we're live. Hello, everybody. We're I see my beloved is uh, chanting for me in chat. Where is my beloved? Where is my beloved? Hello, welcome to Doodles and Malevolent, or as I call it, malleable, Massachusetts. Uh, we have a request from Liz already. With which had I don't remember the specific wording of it. Let me just look it up really quickly. I just have to get it exactly right. What exactly did Liz say? Liz said, "Someone must request a very puzzled, very noir detective, Noel, in a coffee shop with Arthur, deciding to sit in the booth next to him rather than across from him." I don't know who, because the sentence is unclear, who decided to sit next to each other in an awkward way. So I'm just gonna choose to believe that they like each other. Arthur and Noelle are friends. They're meeting in a coffee shop. He's like, "Are you a fucking aardvark?" Hold on. There we go. Because I can't tell if Arthur was the one who awkwardly sat next to him, or if Noelle, apparently the detective, is the one who sat next to him. Which I also know of a character named Charlie who is a hard-boiled detective. Yet to be, it is unknown to me if Noelle is a second hard-boiled detective or if Noelle is the same person as Charlie. I'm choosing to believe that there are two hard-boiled detectives in this podcast, called Massachusetts. In the in the podcast Mississippi, there are two hard-boiled detectives. I also think that Arthur is a detective, so there are a lot of detectives in this podcast. That's what I know about this podcast. Okay, chat has been going. This is gonna be a fucking disaster. Let me just say this right from the top. I know fucking nothing about Malevolent. The little bits I do know, I am unclear about. Yami! Hello, Yami! Yami says hello, Galaxy. Scotty! Scotty! Hi, Yami. Time to take a break from Dice Shame for Dice Shame. Yeah. Wait, no, not Dice Shame today. Sorry. It's Malevolent today. I will only do this once, or I'll do this once a year. I don't know. I am so loyal to Dice Shame. I don't know if I'm going to do the Malevolent thing, like, near the anniversary, or just this one time. It might be just this one time. Um, Malleable. Lol. Thank you, Scotty. Uh, Dippity Esperanza, yes. I'm like 5 ups behind on Malevolent, so this might be as well. This might as well be canon for me. They friends. I am not going to answer any questions about any of these questions. Me neither. No questions shall be answered today. All these characters are mysteries to me. So hyped, Dippity, Yami. Great. Well, I'm very happy that we have a lot of chatty people in chat because, unfortunately, the way that this works is I don't know any of the characters in Malevolent, so I am gonna need some uh some chat engagement. Uh I know that a lot of Malevolent people were excited about this. I am not sure how many of them are going to be coming. So I do need I do need somebody to give me a character or something. I mean, I'll try to describe the podcast as best as I can, but it happens in a void. Here's what I know: John and Arthur, which I had no idea which one was John and which one was Arthur for the longest time. Uh, let's just draw a quick John really quick. There. Does that look like the John from Garfield? I think it does. John and Arthur. Okay. This is a fucking disaster. I think I'm never gonna do this again. Here's what I know about Malevolent. There's a John. There's an Arthur, right? John is possessing Arthur, and John has control of Arthur's either left or right hand, and I think his eyeballs. Although I'm very, very unclear about that. I'm unsure if the artists are doing like a fun, like, oh, we're in the same body, so my eyes are different because, ooh, ghost, or if he actually has the eyes. The hand thing I just got recently. And Arthur, is a detective, I think. And Arthur has a British accent, and John is the Harlan voice that is like, Arthur! Uh, that's my impression. Guys, why do people ask me to do this? I'm just gonna be mocking your show, basically. You know, the great, great show, Marital Woes. I think, I think, listen, if this gets too cringe, and I truly can't say anything more about, um, market value, the podcast, uh, we'll go back to Dice Shame stuff, because my one true heart, my loyalty lies with Dice Shame. Arthur. This is so stupid. Why did I choose to do this? Why did I agree to do this? I guess. Um, yeah, they're buds, or they love each other, or they platonically love each other, or it's complicated, or they hate each other. Really unclear to me. John and Arthur go to a movie. No, hell, oh my god, ha ha ha, Garfield John, this is amazing. That is an excellent impression. Arthur, we gotta do fucking things. Watch out for that branch, you know? Arthur. Uh, oh, Garfield John. Yeah, yeah, okay. You're 100% right so far. Fuck yeah, dude. No, 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 this is perfect. Marital Woes. Haha, the great show, Marital Woes. Left for a minute, came back with pizza. What is occurring? Not much, Dippity. My god. We are discussing the excellent podcast. Um, the excellent podcast, Mercury. Um, I'm dying, raffle, raffle, raffle. That's great. I'm glad that this is funny, because God knows I have no ideas. I am going to draw John and Arthur going to a movie, though. All of this is true. John has a Brooklyn accent, baby. Do not tell. Did no one tell you? Oh! Great. Awesome. So he's not British. So he doesn't sound like Red. He has a Brooklyn accent. So it's like, fuck. John, you know, we gotta fucking solve a mystery or whatever. Scooby Doo. And then John is like, Arthur, that's a terrible Brooklyn accent. This sucks. I hate this. I hate this. I'm gonna listen back to this one day and be like, why did I do this? Why did I try to describe a podcast I don't know anything about? The wonderful, wonderful podcast Meeples. The wonderful podcast Massive Tits. The great, great podcast Missing Persons Report. Um, okay, John and Arthur at the movies. Okay, I am gonna, honest to God, try my fucking best to draw all of the wait, hold on. All of those relationship statuses are correct at the same time you're nailing this. They hate each other, they love each other. They they are platonic best friends, they are platonic in love. Fantastic. You guys listen to a wonderful podcast, I'm sure. I'm really, really glad that Harlan decided to skip this stream. This is humiliating. I'm sure he would be so offended or laughing his ass off at me. One of the two. Hi, Rach. Oh my god, Celebrity Grass. Rach. Hi, Rach. Whenever I think of John, I think of the armadillo from The Vampire Dies in No Time. So mentally, John and Arthur are just a photorealistic of an armadillo in aardvark. Yes, 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 Rach, yes, Rach, yes, Rach, 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 Rach. You win. Trophy to Rach. Okay, now I'm going to honest to God try. Number one, interpretation. I'm purposely drawing really bad today. First, Rach. Great. Okay, now I'm going to honest to God try to draw John and Arthur at the movies. Um, I don't know what time period this podcast is set in. I don't even fucking know the location. I imagine it's England because most British people don't leave England except to colonize. And why on earth would they come to the US or Canada? I can't think of a single reason why a British person would come here and enjoy it at least. Um, so we're doing it, guys. I think the podcast is set in England. I think there are other deities or entities like John that are in this podcast and they're bad, but the John one is good. And I don't know, it is not clear to me if the King in Yellow and John are the same person or not. I think they're the same person. I am not certain. I don't know. I don't know why John would have a second name, or maybe like that's his title or something. Um, fuck me. This is so embarrassing. I'm having a great time, to be clear. I am also embarrassed. You can do both. Um, all right. I think I only really needed to draw one person, but I think I see a lot of malevolent artists draw the ghost John guy, like kind of like next to him, like floating next to him with like his arm in his arm. And I love Danny's like tumbleweed people, so we're gonna do that. And I think, I think Arthur has a mustache, and I love that choice. If it's canon or not, so we are gonna include it. I also think that he's miserable all the time because it's kind of just sounds like he lives a miserable life. I don't know the horrors of what has happened to him. I think he's been shot. Um, but something about him screams depressed, very depressed and dirty and gross. And all right, let's draw this. Uh, great. Yep, we're doing it. Uh, okay. Yes, Rach. The podcast. I don't know that word. I can't pronounce it, Tiffany. I don't know that one. The podcast Mississippi. Hi, celebrity guest Rach. You just need to remember that John is pathetic for future characters for proper characterizations. I got that one. I got that one. But the John is good. Nodding. But the John one is good. Nodding. I thread locked after 3,145 pages of heated debate. Little Dippity is right. Okay, so is John not good? Is John and Arthur a bad duo? Are they evil? Is this a fun podcast where it's kind of from the perspective of the villains and all the other malevolent deities are good? I mean, I guess there is no black and white, good and bad, so maybe it's more nuanced than that. Um, Tumbleweed John, he has been shot. Summon circle for Danny. I mean, if somebody wants to tag Danny, they can, but they might be asleep considering what time it is for you, my love. And I think they're in a similar area than you. Um, this is great. So, I'm assuming that everybody besides Rach, maybe, on this podcast has listened to Malevolent and knows exactly what's happening and what I'm getting wrong here. I know Charlie is a hard-boiled detective, and Charlie maybe had his liver stolen on the podcast, or maybe that's just a joke, like that Charlie is the kind of person that would get their liver stolen. If you're gonna request a new NPC in the chat, you must provide pronouns as well, because I'm not gonna know, and I'm gonna assume from the name, and then I'm gonna make a big fool of myself. So be gentle, be kind, provide pronouns. Uh, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is it he, him for both John and Arthur, or is John they? Or they are a ghost? So I don't know why they would need to fit into the gender binary. Alright, let's draw this miserable little man. I think I scrolled past a It's a Hard Knock Life audio edit for Arthur. So I think he's the kind of person who lives a miserable hard knock life. They usually do that to a hard knock life kind of character. Honestly, you could do you somebody if somebody was good at audio editing, such as me, but with time, probably could do the same for Jack. Yeah, there he is, Arthur. Is he balding? What's going on with his hair? Oh, I guess you guys can't tell me. I have to decide. Um, the answer to all that is yes. I don't know what I said, so that's terrifying. You're getting everything right. They are hymns. Okay, yes, he, him for John and Arthur and John, but sometimes they are. Wait, no answers. Wait, what? Fuck you. I need to know their pronouns. Most characters in Maleficent are hymns because they're all Harlan. Yes, I do know that. Harlan voices most characters. Or all characters, I think. I only tune in every month for the next installment of Arthur Lester's No Good, Very Bad Day. Oops, all Harlan. Oops, that's a good Arthur. He looks so sad. I love it. Is he not sad? He seems like a sad guy. I mean, he just doesn't have eyeballs or a hand. Which was that given willingly, or was it taken? Because boy, this they sure that's a relationship. Yeah, sure, you can have my eyes. It's yours, bud. Just for you. I know you were really wanting some eyeballs, and I know your birthday's coming up, so here's mine. I don't need them. You can have them. I'm just a detective. What does a detective need fucking eyeballs for? Uh, fuck. Uh, is everybody having fun? I'm having a good mix of fun and embarrassment. Oh god. I didn't even warm up today. So my drawings are more sketchy than usual. I literally got home and started cleaning and doing chores and stuff, and so I I truly sat down 5 minutes before this stream, and here we are. This is more, I I'm more distressed than after the Jack stream. Um, but we gotta do it. We gotta describe this beautiful podcast, Mechanical Engineer. Perhaps I already did marital woes. I'm running out of M words. There's a lot of M states. Missouri. This beautiful podcast, Maryland. I know that you guys aren't going to answer most of my questions, and it doesn't matter in the long run because I'm not going to listen to this podcast for reasons I cannot describe. But I am loyal to Die Shame. But where does this podcast take place? Does it take place in does it take place in England? Where where are these two fucking around? These possibly bad people. Yeah, there he is. Arthur Malevolent. Arthur Arthur Malcontent. I'm gonna need more M words in the chat, please. Great. Good. Alright. It's time for his best buddy, his sidekick, the man who controls his eyeballs. The man, gender neutral, who controls his eyeballs. Sir Mr. John. Wow. Woo! I just want to be clear that you guys asked for this, and it's not on me how terrible this is going and how much I'm making a mockery of your beloved podcast. Did I already say Massachusetts? Massachusetts. Um, Alright, we're almost done with this prompt because I don't want to look at it very much any longer. Okay, here's what's happening. John is invested in the movie because here here's what's happening in this prompt. John is invested in the movie because he can actually see the movie. Arthur is not invested in the movie and is having a bad time. John is explaining the movie to Arthur, which is the worst way to experience a movie, I would say, is to have somebody very distractedly explain to you what's happening in the movie. And John has been holding this piece of popcorn for the past 10 minutes in Arthur's hand, and Arthur just wants to eat the fucking popcorn because if he can't enjoy the movie because he's getting it narrated to him in his ear distractedly horribly by this malevolent entity, then he might as well eat popcorn. But he can't eat the popcorn because he has to hold the bag, or else it's gonna fall and crash down these I almost said pews, these movie seats, and then he won't get to eat any more popcorn. So he can't let go of the bag. So he kind of has a hostage situation where there's just popcorn right in front of him that he can't eat. And how humiliating would it be to lean forward and take popcorn from your own hand? So he's just stuck, not having a good time. That's what's happening. uh okay, great. I have to scroll up on chat. That's the prompt. So next prompt. Um Most characters in Maleficent. Okay. Okay. Oops, all Harlan. Oops, that's a good Arthur. He looks so good. He's a fantastic Arthur. Thank you. The answers to your question is loud truck horn. Haha. I know you were hoping some from for some eyeballs for your birthday. Thank you for reminding me of my own joke. Yes, yes, we are having fun. I'm having fun. I hope you're also having fun. No embarrassment allowed. You are perfect. Thank you. Thank you. My loyalty is to Dice Shame. My loyalty is to the Ginger Jack agenda first and Dice Shame second. The Fantastic Horror Podcast. Oh, right, it's a horror podcast. Okay, so horrible things happen here, right? I don't know, chat. Do we answer questions? Do we only answer a set number of questions? Oh, like a genie? Do I get 3? Looks genuinely similar to my Arthur, man. Hey! You've drawn Arthur before? I don't remember you doing that. Wow. I'm sorry if I only had tunnel vision for your RQG and Dice Shame Heart. Yes! Wrong answers only. Motorboat the podcast. Motorboat the podcast happens on the moon! Oh my god. Where's Alex Nersal? I could look up answers or let things fester. Rach, thank you for being on my side. This is basically 100% canon descriptive captions. You are so dangerously close. Our favorite podcast, Meditation. Aww, that's cute. Stuff, I gotta tell you. If you post this pic at the Malevolent Art channel, people are gonna love, love, love it. Okay, great. I'll do that. Should I clean it up or should I leave it like this? Are they gonna understand that it's a movie theater if I don't color this? Is a movie theater something that that is the specification I want. If you guys are gonna give me prompts, you have to do it has to be something from the podcast. It has to be you don't have to give me all of the context, but I don't want fake prompts. I want real prompts from the podcast so that I may interpret the podcast. Stuff, I gotta tell you. Okay. This is literally macadamia. Okay, you guys are better at coming up at M words than me. Uh Marie, she, and Arthur have tea. Marie, okay. Or Mary. Or the second request, Butcher, him, starting the music. And that happened in the podcast. Some character named Butcher starts the music. I drew Mining Town fan art for Yami. That's fun. You did. That's so. I love the podcast Mining Town. Galaxy has drawn. I think you mean Mining Town, Yami. For me, they will know. You can absolutely, totally leave it like this. They will know. Fantastic. I love it. Okay, great. Well, I'll leave it like that. I want to do. I will do. I will do Marie and Arthur having tea really quickly because I can really picture that. And then I do want to do Butcher starting the music. And just to be clear, all of this has happened in Malevolent, right? You guys aren't tricking me. No tricks, no japes, no jesters in chat. Okay, this is Marie. The the role that she plays in the podcast is she is Arthur's sugar mama, in that she pays the detective agency that he's a part of to solve the malevolent mysteries. Or sorry, I meant the the Meridian mysteries. And she has all the money, and she loves stories, and she doesn't really care about saving the world or whatever. She just has a lot of money to spend and wants to fund a detective agency because it thinks that she thinks that it gives her good gossip to spread with all of her old lady friends. Um, and all of her friends are old ladies because old ladies make great friends. It's not necessarily her age group. I put her at like 40, but she has a lot of old lady friends, and she needs good stories. So she hires Arthur to go solve mysteries about the unknown magics in I'm running out of M words. In Marker, the podcast. And uh yeah, that's who Mary is. Marie. And whenever Arthur has new findings, or aka interesting stories to tell, they meet up and have tea. Yep, that's who she is. I nailed it. Sugar Mama, aka sponsor of the detective agency that Arthur works for, which it is called Arthur Incorporated. Or maybe it's called Maleficent. I don't know. Maybe people hire him. He's like a Ghostbuster kind of person where people hire him to solve uh, malevolent mysteries. I have to assume this guy is making some money, because it seems like if getting shot is not worth it if you're not making money. I'm drawing worse today, just for Maleficent. Yeah, okay, that's about it. I want to move on to the butchers, so Arthur gets not finished. Um, good. I'm sure we all enjoyed that. Okay. Yes, both those things happen. Great. So nobody's tricking me. Ooh, do dippities. I am. Bring Daishin back in. Marie is Mari now. Oh no, I have to restart my laptop. BRB. Goodbye, Scotty. Rest in peace, Scotty. The Maleficesties. The Maleficesties. I would watch the hell out of your version of Crow Molecule. Arthur Incorporated. Prompt. Arthur and Parker, he, him, at a bar. Parker! Everybody loves Parker, and Parker is dead, right? I love your, I love your Mari. She def has big hat energy. Great. She is Sugar Mama. Okay. But first we're gonna do the butcher. Starting the music, baby! Is the butcher he, him? I think you said he, him. Yes, okay. Alright. I assume the butcher is, and not gonna lie, the butcher does sound like a serial killer name. But in the interest of being interesting, I'm gonna say that the butcher is Arthur's hired muscle. And that he keeps the butcher around after, I don't know, solving a case for him so that he can protect him from the malevolent things in this land. And the butcher has a beatbox that he carries with him to alert Arthur of any incoming foes because Arthur can't see anything, and the malevolent deity that has his eyes isn't always the best at describing things or warning him about things. Because again, really unconfirmed if John is a good guy or not. I assumed, but now you guys have made me think that that's wrong. I do draw a lot of mullets. Don't ask me about it. I don't understand it myself. Thank you very much. Uh, so the beatbox is kind of like, oh shit, things are about to go down. I better be on my guard for Arthur. That's what happens in this podcast, I'm sure. I'm right about this. I've never heard anything about a butcher before. And it's not like I surround myself with malevolent people, but I feel like if I've heard like a bunch of like bring Parker back, Parker's alive, we didn't see the body. I should have heard anything about the butcher. Nobody shaves. Nobody shaves in I'm gonna Google M words. uh, nobody shaves in male magic. Oh wait, no, he totally would be bald. Alright. I'm about wrapped up with the butcher. Gonna move on to the next prompt. Ugh. My passion dies when I know I'm getting it so fucking wrong. Um. Oh, I changed it. I just saw mullet, yes. Um. Arthur and Parker at a bar is my next prompt. I love your marriage. Okay. I already. This is the best butcher. Fantastic. I hope Harlan is taking notes. Beatbox warning system. Amazing. Harlan, rewrite your show. Mullet, yes, this is perfect. Bald is better. Mullet is everything. Alright. Fight now in the comments. Bald or mullet. I'll give you the time it takes for me to draw this arm. I just realized that there's a time delay, so you guys really don't have that much time. I guess you would have heard me say fight now in the comments by the time I started to draw this, so maybe you do have time? I don't know, it's hard to say. I get the impression that Arthur doesn't win that many fights. You're about to get your ass kicked. It's going down. Some malevolent deities are about to metaphorically kick your ass. And as your hired muscle, the butcher, I will do nothing but watch, because I'm in charge of the music, baby. I'm just the warning system. Alright, have you guys decided? Uh, uh, Butcher deserves a big cigar. You're absolutely correct. He's smoking on the job. This hired muscle doesn't do jack shit. He just warns Arthur about problems. Okay. Bald is better, mullet is everything. Butcher deserves a big cigar, big old stogie. Mullet, mullet! I'm here to chew bubblegum and butcher things, and I'm all out of bubblegum. And I'm not gonna butcher things. Also, hi, Alex Nursall! Hello! You're a delight. I love you. Platonically. Fucking hello and welcome. He's called the Butcher because he's the butch's character. Oh, because he has a butcher knife, which is the butchest of all the knives. And what makes it butch? The butcher. Oh hi. Esperanza. What's that about? Woo! I get the impression that Arthur doesn't win that many fights. Direct quote from John. uh, Thank you, Tiffany. Hello, I was summoned. Oh, you got summoned? Well, hey, this is the malevolent stream, Alex Nersals, where I try to describe what's going on in this podcast. The podcast um majority. uh, we are giving wrong answers only, LMO Deputy. Okay, well, I think I saw more mullet than bald, so why don't we give him like half bald, half mullet, like a death hawk. I wanted a death hawk for a very long time, but then I decided I probably wouldn't look good in it actually. So I decided against it. Anyway, death hawk. Okay, that's the butcher babies. Let's move on to the next prompt that I had, which was Arthur and Parker at a bar. Parker. Now, the thing about Parker is I know that Parker is dead. But I don't know. My prompt is Kane, him, seducing Arthur with a knife. What? Does that happen in the podcast? You have to give me from the podcast only. That's absolutely insane. Okay, I'm switching to Kane because I can't picture anything for Parker. I'm so sorry. Okay, I know that Marimo draws Kane with a ponytail, so I'm gonna include that detail. He's not dead. Best scene in Machiavellian. Perfect. Parker's alive. Are you sure? Because it seems like Parker is so dead and everybody is very upset about it. uh, okay. Alright. Kane, I'm gonna assume that my love is not lying to me and that Kane seduces Arthur with a knife. Gay boy? Let's do it. I can say that I'm gay. Uh, Great. Well, let's get into it, gang. Kane has dreadlocks. And half of his head shaved. And wears tank tops. So that Anna doesn't have to draw a complex outfit. Sorry, I meant stuff. Everybody forget that I just said my actual name. You didn't hear that. Okay, great. Let me actually sketch this out before I lose my place here. Okay, great. Let's do it, gang. And Kane is, I think, actually the main bad guy. That's what I know about Kane. Kane is like the Moriarty in I don't know that much about Sherlock. Ed would be so disappointed in me. But like the smarter detective who uses his powers for evil, I think. And uh Arthur is very jealous of him, but also he's using his powers for evil, so Arthur has to stop him, or maybe joins him because Arthur might be evil. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Fucking what? Huh? What? Huh? Excuse me? Huh? What even happens in Manager? Um, I don't know who the good guys and bad guys are. I don't know if there is good guys and bad guys, or if everybody is nuanced and bad and good. Uh, I'm kind of realizing that I'm drawing him like I would draw Carter from RQG. But you know what? He deserves some Carter in him. Carter's a hot mess. Yep, it's the man, the legend, Arthur. Arthur, Arthur Malice. Oh, now that I have a list of M words, I'm having a great time with this joke. Okay. Improvise, adapt, overcome, Google M words. I don't even know if this is canon. I didn't even wait for a response. I think his shirt is a little bit untucked. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who has time to groom. If he has a mustache and he hasn't shaved it off yet, then. Okay. Very subtle boner there, because I don't want to think about that for too long. Uh, great. And now his best friend, his enemy, his lover, his platonic bud, his queer platonic partner is saying, "Get a fucking." Whoa, wait, that's not his voice. Get a fucking grip, Arthur. He's not that hot. Arthur, you can do better. Okay, great. So that's that prompt. So now I need a new prompt. What's going on in chat? Okay. uh Universal truth that Parker Yang is dead. I'm alive, but I'm late, but I'm here. Amanda, hello, welcome. We can go through some of the earlier drawn prompts for the malevolent people that arrived late. Seducing is a stretch, but the knife is real. Wrong answers only. Parker is alive for sure. Okay, so now we know that Parker is definitely dead. Parker is fine. He's just on vacation. Are you sure? Is Joe in here? Joe isn't here. Yes, I'm sure. What's Scotty? Oh, Parker's alive. Okay, got it. I wanted to say Kane for Fortnite dancing, but that one felt like a stretch. Sorry, I mean, yeah, Parker is totally alive then if it's wrong answers only. Oh hell yeah, automatically my favorite Kane. You are killing it. Thank you. This is quickly becoming my favorite Kane design. Thank you so much. Uh, since it's a podcast, we can't say that Kane isn't Fortnite dancing in every scene he's in, I suppose. I mean, it would be pretty exhausting to describe that all the time, so maybe John just doesn't describe it because it's assumed and Arthur gets it. Oh, this got complex. This is very true, Dippity. Thank you, Dippity, for validating my delirium. For the people that don't usually come to my streams, yes, I do read every comment. Yes, you can make me say whatever you want. I think that every comment is important and special. Uh, sure. Aw, Ed wouldn't be. Arthur is very jealous of Kane. Yep, got it in one. That's exactly it. What even happens in Manager? What even happens in Manager? Maladjusted has lots of complex characters. Stefan has gotten everything 100% right. Perfect. Carter is a hot mess. Love, I'm sorry, but this one would be very funny with Arthur Aardvark. I want to draw Arthur with a boner. He's a child. He's in first grade. I don't want to try. If I give Arthur the aardvark a like 5 o'clock shadow, then it kind of implies he's an adult, right? Okay, Arthur Malice? Yeah, that tracks. Margarine, my favorite podcast, starring Check Smudge Nose, Hearth and Gusty. That can't be right. No, that's right. This is totally happens. This exact scene happens in episode 69. Oh, great. Yeah, no. That seems right. Lol. Perfection. That's totally right, Alex. Metabolism is a complex story. I love this joke so much. Every time that you guys put a new M word in the chat, I lose my mind. This is John. I love this John. Best John impression I've ever heard. Thank you, thank you. Hearthnan Gutsy. The ink smeared all over my hand. I can't read shit. Alex Dersall, you're a legend for being here. You and Rach. Can we get Arthur eating Mr. Faust? Okay, I don't know who Mr. Faust is, but I will try my best. I retract what I said, and I need a new prompt anyway. Okay, Arthur eats a man? Arthur eats a man. Arthur eats a man? Okay, while I stew on that, Arthur eats a fucking man in the beautiful podcast manufacturer? Okay, for the malevolent people that arrived a little bit late. Oh my god, we have 10 minutes. Well, I guess that will be our last prompt for the day. This is the Butcher. The Butcher is the hired muscle of Arthur and warns him with a beatbox. This is Mary, Arthur's sugar mama, who pays his detective agency to solve weird murders so she has good stories to tell. This is Arthur and John going to a movie. Did I delete the layer with the line art on it? I think I did. Wow, that's a shame. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Daddy-O's, I think I deleted the layer. Oh, well. Suck it up, guys. No line art for him. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is Arthur and John going to the movies, and John is having... Nope, Arthur is having a bad time. John is explaining everything and won't let him eat popcorn. Rach is number one. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. John and Arthur, canon designs. John... Nope, Arthur and Noelle in a coffee shop together. Best friends. Best buds. Okay. The last prompt of the evening, my friends, because we only have 10 minutes left, is... is Arthur eating a whole man, Mr. Faust. I retract what I said. Yes, the perfect podcast. Metapause. Dippity. That wins for the evening, I think. Extra, read all about it. Arthur eats a man. Oh, no. He doesn't eat a man. He, takes him out to dinner. Yeah, that totally happens. What? You said eating Mr. Faust. Or not you, Dippity. Arthur eats a hungry man TV dinner. What do you mean, Mr. Faust? You emphasize every separate word in that. Arthur eats a man. Arthur he eats a man? Arthur eats a man? Arthur eats a man? Singular? Only one? Why stop there if you've already started? I miss Jack. I miss Jack too, Dippity. Don't worry. This is the last malevolent stream I'll do. I will go back to Dice Shame. Oh my gosh, these are all so amazing. Please post them in the Discord later. They deserve to be shared. I think I will clean them up a little bit just because I'm me, but I will post them in the Discord later. All right, last prompt of the evening. Arthur, I need an M word. Arthur maintain. Arthur majority. Arthur magic. Eats a man. Mr. Faust. Uh, Arthur should eat more men. Go ham boy. Arthur eats a man in this podcast. Magnesium. Okay, that's not really what I expected, but you know what? I will do what I'm asked. Arthur eats a man. If you guys asked me to describe the plot of this podcast, I would have nothing to say. Because it seems like you guys really keep the plot very secret. The characters, those are totally out in the wild. I see those all the time. But I couldn't tell you a single fucking thing that happens in this podcast. I think a piano falls on somebody at one point. Or that's a joke. And there's somebody in this podcast that really has piano falls on me energy. I think Mr. Faust has a bow tie and a sweater and looks happy as he dies. Okay, let's draw it. Yeah, let's draw it. All right. I think that his malevolent deity would be supportive. Good one, Arthur. He's gonna say. You're doing a good job eating this man. Or I should say, good one, Arthur. Eat that man. Arthur, you have to eat the man. Okay, good. Yep. Oh wait, his eyes are yellow. Because he's possessed. Oh, he's gonna get blood on his mustache. This is terrible. Unhinge your jaw like a snake, Arthur. Unhinge your jaw like a snake, Arthur, and eat the man. Good job. I know what I'm talking about. I'm a professional. Everybody knows stuff and such. That wonderful malevolent artist. I think that Mr. Faust is married. I think he has a lovely husband at home who will miss him after John is done devouring him. And only him. He could have done the courtesy of eating more men, such as his husband, so that they could be reunited in the digestive tract of Arthur, but he only eats a man in this podcast as far as I know, so no lovers reunite in Malevolent. No, I'm sorry, that's not the podcast name. No, Arthur. No. No lovers reunite in Margin. He gets to be bald because the butcher didn't get to be bald. Well, everybody, this has been a wonderful use of an hour of our time in our lives. Let's give him a kitty face because I feel like it. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Great. Fuck this. Alright, I'll read out the comments and then we're calling it a night, guys. Uh, Jesus. Christ in heaven, don't gaze upon this wretched work. Okay. I miss Jack. Oh my gosh, okay. Arthur eats a man in magnesium. Magistrate in manganese. Arthur Macarena. Basically, all the things you've drawn are things that I'm a bit surprised you haven't heard about just from existing in the Invictus server. Hey, I stay in my fucking lane, Deputy. I'm here for dice shame and dice shame only. I know where my lane is. I know where my place is. I know where it is. It's dice shame. Ha 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 ha. Yes, yes, Arthur, eat them. Yes, Arthur, eat the man. He's an amazing source of protein. Arthur, eat that man. Eat that man, Arthur. Why though? You gotta. Why though? Mathematics! Damn, we should have requested Oscar. Seinfeld theme plays. Ba doo 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 boo ba doo 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 boo. Ba doo 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 boo boo boo. Thank you for indulging a drawing session for the podcast Macroeconomics. Next time we shame dice. Next time we draw snakes. Next time we smack Daves. Next time we drain swamps. Drop smite. Don't stop. Next time we drag slimes. It's been a wonderful use of my time. Drip Smurfs. This was amazing. Next time we drive stakes. Yeah, that's Minion Memes, the podcast. Oh, fuck, that one sucks. I love it. Oh my god. Dunk shields. Really, truly have loved this. Fuck this is a very Manila Fold statement. Manila Fold. I love it, and I love you, platonically. And I love you, platonically. Let's call it a night, guys. It's been a great time here on the... I need one more M word to end the night. On man behavior. The stream. Good night, everybody. Boop and boop.